you're with us here and you like, subscribe, and of course set notifications. We love to be live with us. So you get the best numbers when we give out these picks here for you here on our show. So make sure you do that. Also, make note of our promo code. You can save 20% off all premium pick packages. When you use that promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link in the description, then click the All Cappers tab and get signed up. Also, love to hear from you guys. So go ahead and post your picks in the comments below. Pay a visit to our site, Tony'sPicks.com, a multi-capper site showcasing our top cappers in our industry. Click the link to the hot cappers, get signed up. Hot cappers, well, hotter like Tiffany. She's been on fire. I thought I saw 6-0 yesterday. The Morning Steam crew has been on fire here. So click the links and get signed up. Of course, you can find our latest premium picks here in the center of the screen. You click the link here, and we've got the best bets. Each capper can designate one best bet per sport per day. You'll see multiple picks up there on the best bets because cappers can handicap more than one pick, and sometimes there are more than one day where they put picks up there. You can see Paul has a couple of best bets up there. We see the Morning Steam crew here with the consensus play up there. Tiffany with a couple. We got Mindy up there with a couple. Ramon with a couple. With three of them, a trio up there of best bets here from Ramon. So check them out over there at Tony'sPicks.com. I thought I had a best bet up there today. I don't see it. I don't know what happened. Maybe I forgot. Maybe I screwed. I was really furious this morning, so maybe I forgot to put it in there. But anyway, $15 pick here. You'll find each capper can designate one of their premium picks as a $15 pick to showcase, their service to you. You can see there's mine. For some reason I didn't click the best bet tab when I put the pick in. Okay, that explains it. So I got play up there tonight for you at best bet. And it's a $15 premium pick. The Morning Steam crew as well with the 15, Mindy with the 15, and we also have Ramon with the 15 and our GM with the 15, guys. So get on board there, guys, and get signed up. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get this one underway. Let's go on the show today. We got Ramon Scott and Mindy Han. All right, let's get this one underway here. Game day picks. Let's welcome in Mindy Han. You'll find her over at Tony'sPicks.com. Also part of that morning crew, Saturday through Thursday with the Morning Steam. Let's go ahead and bring in Mindy right now. I think she's ready to roll here. Mindy, how's it going?
I'm good. Ready for a fun night of football and day games of baseball. It's a good day.
Yeah, very good day. All right, here we go. 8 Eastern time on ESPN. We have an in-state rivalry here. I think Utah State thinks it is. I know BYU doesn't think it is. But anyway, BYU here to host Utah State. BYU 24.5, total of 60.
I think it seems like an in-state rivalry. I mean, these two teams totally hate each other. So Utah State, they're 1-3 on the season. BYU 3-1. You have Mr. Hall for BYU, probably looking like he's going to be an NFL quarterback someday. He is averaging about 300 yards per game. Put up his best so far, 337 yards versus Wyoming. And then you have the Utah State team that's kind of on the other end of things. On average getting beat by about 30 points by Alabama and teams like UNLV. But against UNLV, they did have, about 6 turnovers. And I'm guessing with a BYU team that's way too big in this game, way too physical, older, more disciplined, that we might see that turnover bout happening again to this Utah State team. I kind of see BYU here, likelihood of running up the score here a little bit. I see this one as my modeling has it at 43-11, a total of 53 points. That's why I'm going to be looking to the under in this one for Utah State and BYU, under 60.
Under 60 here, Mindy, on this one here, Utah State and BYU. Yeah, for Utah State, it's just been pretty brutal for them. The offense hasn't been looking good, defense as well. And, of course, that Hall, the BYU can definitely put up the points. It's a nationally televised game. They want to showcase that quarterback. They put one into the NFL. We'll see if they put another one in.
Yeah, I mean, they've had the long line of NFLers, right? Steve Young, Jim McMahon, Ty Detmer. Those are just ones I can think of off the top of my head. But yeah, I mean, probably looking to do something here again. They, like I said, they look really good, averaging quite a few points per game. And it's kind of like this one too. I'm not sure if Utah State's going to get on the board here or not, but it's kind of like if you take a look at just the numbers, it's going to be about the same for BYU to win by 24 as it is to win by, 31. So that's why that point spread is where it is today. Maybe make people, a little bit weary or whatever. But I don't think there's probably going to be too much of an issue here. I think they really have to go ahead and try to show something. I don't know with Cincinnati getting in last time and with, I don't know, BYU looking like they want to put some more, tough games on their schedule, like Notre Dame next year. If they're thinking that they maybe want to try to make a play, a push at these playoff spots, they're really going to have to show who they are in games like this. They're really going to have to rack up those points. So yeah, I think this one's going to be totally one-sided here.
Yeah, and of course, Logan, Bonnie, you got to wonder when they're going to make the switch here because what a game last week, 5 interceptions, a fumble. The Arkansas State transfer really struggling. It's gone downhill for him. 8 interceptions the past 2 games. And remember, they do have a 28-point loss to FCS Weber State. So that is pretty brutal there. Utah State, BYU under the total of 60. And this one will have a start time of, we'll get that up there for you right now, of 8 Eastern time over on ESPN. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com for action tonight. Of course, we do have games up there here from the NFL. Of course, we do have a baseball still up on the board, although we do have many games in action. We still have we got about 6 more games left on the Major League Baseball board. What do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, so I did put together a 3-pack of Major League Baseball plays. And then I also did a best bet for that as well. And I did a best bet, I don't know, in college football. So maybe I tip my hand a little bit today of what I'm looking at. But yeah, go ahead and take a look at those packages. The single day packages range from $15 to $30 for me. So nice prices to get in there. Looking for another winning day here yet today. And then if you're looking for something a little bit more long-term where your money lasts a little bit longer, you can go ahead and get a 3-day pass that would get you here through the weekend, get you through some college football, maybe a little bit of NFL if I get those plays out early enough, or take a look at the 7-day pass where you get the bigger bang for your buck. Also, if you're interested in just college football, I do have just a college football season package where you can take a look there. Been having a really nice streak. I think I'm about 25-11 in my last 2 weeks, hitting at about 62%. So yeah, it's all like we talk about. It's all about me collecting the data, getting that together, getting it in the formulas, getting a little bit more parity, getting into those conference games, and then we start rolling here with these picks. So jump on board. It's a good time to get one of my packages and join in the fun of winning.
That's right, guys. Got on board with Mindy Hunt over at Tony's Picks. Of course, you can get on board right now. She has best bets on the board right now here from college football as well as Major League Baseball. So you can get on board with those plays as well as I can look for a long-term pass, as Mindy was talking about. We have that 3, 7, and 30 sports pass. That 3-day pass will get you all of Mindy's plays here for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It includes all the college football for this week as well as baseball on the board here, and that NFL game night if she's in action with it as well. So get on board here with Mindy Hunt over at Tony's Picks with those long-term passes. Of course, we talked about the 3-day. You want to go for the 7-day? Well, you get the 7-day, then we can factor in NFL for Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. So there you go. You can expand your NFL coverage there. And, of course, that will take you to the end of the regular season of Major League Baseball as we wind it down on Wednesday. We're now less than a week away from the end of it. And, then, of course, we're looking at the wild card playoffs for that Friday, Saturday weekend. So a good time to get on board with the 7-day sports pass and get the remainder of the regular season from Mindy from baseball because it's over on Wednesday. These long 15-game cards are over. I get my sleep back again. But anyway, so we can get on board with Mindy. Tony, I'm on my show. My video shows are getting right up. Like that, you start your show at 6 a.m. not 5 a.m. I'd have a hard time getting those videos in. But anyway, get on with Mindy over at Tony's Picks. And of course, we joke about it because she's part of the Morning Steam crew. Of course, you want to check out the Morning Steam Saturday through Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern time. We also put together a Twitter account for you.
Yeah, so this NFL game will be probably one of those Steam plays for me today. So we're going to see, probably going to be right up until about game time if it's going to be one of those that I can get on this play, depending on how this line moved. There hasn't really been a whole lot, I would say. You had quite a bit of sharp money get in there early on, but then it's kind of evened out. So again, those are one of those things that we look at on the morning steam, is how line movements go, if there's changes, like say in pitching, things like that. It's the up-to-date, most important information of the day for you to start off your day right, because nothing's worse than you putting in a play and then realizing there's a pitching change. So yeah, we try to get you all of the information as quickly as possible, so you can start your day off right. But you can also follow me on Twitter, where I'm at Tony's Picks Mindy. So you can go ahead and do a follow and then click on the notifications to just get picks. So do have a couple more plays out there on my Twitter page, so you can go ahead and take a look at that as well. And then this morning we went over a little bit of college football, so we'll still continue to do college football here throughout the rest of the weekend. You'll find us again on Saturday, where you can get the rundown on most of those later day picks for college football.
That's right, guys. I check out Mindy over at the Tony's Picks Mindy there, and of course the morning steam. Sorry we screwed up your show today. We had a big miscommunication. We're actually, what we're doing now is something pretty cool. We're going to basically, we have like I said, we have a lot of editors we have a big staff of editors. We want to basically get those picks out to you individually. So for some reason, the communication didn't get down to you very well. The format's not. I apologize to those who tuned in. I was reading some of the comments, you guys. Where's the baseball? Where's the NFL game? That's not what we want. That was it's not no reflection on Mindy and Ramon. It was a poor communication. It turned into an inferior product there with just 7 baseball, which is not what we want. We want a good product out there, and they're going to go for original formats. But it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool because we got editors now that can edit all those games individually, so we can create like 20, 30 videos or 50 videos when we have all these games overlapping. Well, by the time we get to that point, the editing crew should be able to handle 50 to 100 videos out from that show. So we just want to get the more editing done. So we're going to basically go back to the original format. But then there'll just be more video inventory for you guys to check out if you happen to miss a game, or you want to go back and watch. You took notes on the game. You want to go back. This is what happens a lot. You watch the show at 9 in the morning. The games start maybe 6 to 8 hours later, or you got one of those late games, right? Well, you focus your attention so much.
Or you're like, you can't read your notes. Yeah,
you can't read your notes. You're trying to remember the games, right? I got that late night game. What did they have to say about that? That Rocky Giant game. Just go back to the YouTube channel and just so you can see that individual play. Of course, so that's what we're doing there. We're basically beefing up our editing team to get those plays up there, so you guys make it a little more convenient for you guys to check the videos. But anyway, we'll get it all straightened out. Tune in Saturday, full board, back to the original format. So check it out. The morning steam, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Of course, it airs here Saturday through Thursday here on our Tony's Picks YouTube channel and in the Twitter universe as well. All right, Mindy, as always, great having you on the show. Keep up the great work, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you. So no, we're excited to continue on with the original format. I think that would work a little bit better.
Oh, much better. Much better. No doubt about that. All right, Mindy, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, thanks.
You got Mindy Hahn here on Game Day Case. Guys, if you miss any of our picks, remember you can hang out for the recap, and we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. And also make sure you like, subscribe, and set notifications so you're live with us to get those best numbers. All right, let's continue on here with a Game Day Picks. Let's go ahead and welcome in Ramon Scott. You'll find him over at Tony'sPicks.com. I think Ramon's ready to roll here. Ramon, what's happening?
Hey, Tony, great to be here today. Thank you.
You got it, Ramon Scott here. All right, here we go. We're going into the FCS poll here tonight, 7 Eastern time. You can watch it here on the SEC Network as we have South Carolina taking on South Carolina State. Of course, you expect a big number here. South Carolina minus 39.5, total 57.
Yeah, and this game was actually moved up to today to avoid the remnants of Hurricane Ian. No poor weather is expected for tonight's game. That's why the game was moved up from Saturday to today, so they can avoid, as the hurricane kind of weakens now over land. But the rain will come this weekend. Everybody knows still need to be careful a little bit, but right now for South Carolina, they're going to be out, to show their offense off, I would think. And for South Carolina State, it'll be more about avoiding an onslaught by the Gamecocks, as really they go for 2 straight wins under Beamer. Not happening too much yet, but a pretty soft spot here for South Carolina. They're off the 56-20 win over Charlotte last weekend, and I would think that this is a good spot for Spencer Rattler to start to finally loosen the reins a little bit, to Beamer to loosen the reins on Rattler, or I should say. They were pretty conservative, I would think, over the first few games, but here against South Carolina State and the short week, this is South Carolina State's fourth straight road game. Now, not all of them were, real far trips or anything like that, and this one really isn't either. But South Carolina State, they are off a 41-27 loss to North Carolina A&T. Pretty good program. We know South Carolina State's been a real good program in the past under Buddy Poe. 8 MEAC titles overall. He used to coach at South Carolina 20 years ago. He's really kind of a legend, though, with South Carolina State and the job he's done for this HBCU in the past. So I think it will be a 7-touchdown day for sure, if not more, right? If South Carolina scored 56 points against Charlotte, why couldn't they do the same thing here against South Carolina State with Rattler? For South Carolina, last week, 2 players who hadn't even seen action in the first 3 games, a couple of important transfers, finally got some good action and scored touchdowns. And I'm talking about the running back, Beal Smith, and the wide receiver, Rucker. They both scored touchdowns. It was a big day, really, for Marshawn Lloyd. He had 169 yards, his best game by far, and 3 touchdowns. It really has been last week is probably the best offense we've seen from South Carolina with Beamer so far. So I think at least 7 touchdowns for South Carolina here, if not 8. For South Carolina State, I'm definitely going to need a score or 2, and I think they can get it because they're more of a passing team. They really only have one real threat the way things have gone so far, and that would be Shaquan Davis. He has 3 touchdown receptions this season from quarterback Corey Fields. Fields had a pretty big day against NCAAF last week, a real strong performance. Fields and Davis have connected this season for 3 touchdowns and 250 yards through the air, but no other receivers have over 50 yards. These guys will be the guys that really will need to get it done for me here. One comparable result, Tony, this year, if I could try to point to why I like the over in this game, which is up from an opener of 55.5, is that South Carolina State lost to UCF 56-10 in the season opener as 37.5-point dogs. Well, look at the spread of this game and look at the total. I think that this one can get maybe similar, right? 66 points, maybe in the low 60s. Let's be on the conservative side there. So South Carolina State also had a pretty nice performance against Bethune-Cookman this season. They did score 33 points in that one. That was their victory, actually. Last week was a loss to North Carolina A&T. Don't want to shortchange my A&T Aggies. That was a 41-27 Aggie win last week. But anyways, I think they can get 2 touchdowns. You've got a South Carolina State team that has connected for 6 touchdown passes as a team so far this season, and just 2 on the ground game. Of course, they do have a pretty decent running back. They're going to try to get on track, but against a Beamer defense, that could be tough. So I think they'll end up resorting to the air, and it'll be a big enough lead for South Carolina. These are good neighbors, if you will. They haven't played in I think 13 years. They played back before 2010 a couple of times. I think twice in a span of 3 years. So they really haven't met at all. This is not a rivalry game whatsoever. In fact, like I said, Buddy Poe is really widely, highly regarded, and got lots of praise, of course, this week from Beamer on the run-up to the game. Like I said, this game's moved up to tonight at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, originally scheduled for Saturday to avoid the hurricane. So, yeah, 4th straight road game, like I said, for South Carolina State on a short week. So it's going to be pretty tough. I think that affects the defense more than anything else.
Yeah, no doubt about that here. Ramon here on South Carolina State. South Carolina over the total here of 57. We've seen the market move up a bit. If you're looking for some points here with South Carolina State, they did open up in their first game here. Looks like against UCF, they got pounded 56-10 against Central Florida. They gave up they gave up about 600 yards of offense, and it was a balanced attack here by the Golden Knights. And of course, it was kind of a low offensive output here, 91 yards, but they were able to get 10 points on the board on UCF. You're pretty happy if you can get 10 on this one, right?
Oh, no doubt about it. Gonna need one touchdown for sure. Two is probably going to get you home free. I don't think South Carolina is going to be slowed again. I think for South Carolina, a chance to finally explore a little bit what they can hopefully do with Rattler moving forward. I mean, we know why he was brought in. I mean, he's a big name and expected to do some strong things. And now I think they get a chance tonight to kind of maybe open it up, maybe showcase a little bit here on a night game that I don't know. I don't know if it raises this not stakes, but it gets featured a little more, right, as one of the two college football games on Thursday night. So it's not a big national TV game or anything like that, but again, I think it's more of a comfortability thing, trying to get Rattler on track for the season that opens next week. They play Kentucky in their conference opener. So, build some confidence, I think, with Rattler is what they'll be looking to tonight. So 7 or 8 touchdowns, that's what we're going to need from the Gamecocks. Probably can get it, like I said, after scoring 56 points last week against Charlotte when the offense really found a pretty good groove in that one as well. And that was Charlotte. So bigger team, if you will, than certainly South Carolina State.
Yeah, it's a kind of they need to get their conference going. They dropped big losses to Arkansas and Georgia already early in conference play. South Carolina over a total of 57. This one will have a start time of 7 Eastern time. SEC Network will televise this one. All right, Ramon, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com for today's action. Still 6 games on the board here from Major League Baseball with you in action right now. Of course, we do have that NFL game tonight between the Dolphins and the Bengals, as well as college football. Another game up there with Utah State and BYU, showing great results here from the NFL this year. 983 units of profit. That is all documented over at Tony'sPicks.com. So you go over to Ramon's handicapper page, and all you have to do is click his link there. You'll see at his handicapper page, when you click the All Cappers tab, you'll find his page and click the link, and you'll find every play that he's posted there over at Tony'sPicks.com. And great results here from the NFL for this year. Also, looking forward here, also great results from the NBA. Had a monster NBA postseason. I bring that up because we're on the eve here of the start of the NBA preseason. The NBA season getting close to the start time here. And so, Ramon, what do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, I'm involved in just about everything that you talked about, Tony, including the National Football League tonight. We're going to be involved with a best bet. $30 tonight, my best bet in the NFL. There you see it, number 2 here at Tony'sPicks.com in units produced this season. I'll be involved certainly in tonight's game between the Dolphins and the Bengals. Talk about, two pretty, good teams. Waiting to get the Bengals a little bit back on track. Miami, obviously, coming off that game, coming off a couple of hot games, so it's a pretty attractive matchup. Thursday night always makes it tough on these teams, so see how that affects the teams in this one with the short week, of course, every time with these Thursday night games, but I got a premium pick certainly in that one. Also, do have a premium pick in the game that you guys mentioned between Utah State and BYU. You can pick that one up for $25 at Tony'sPicks.com. Both those plays have the Tony's Picks guarantee. If I don't win that game, you'll be credited back to your account. That you can use those credits on another Capper's Picks another time. We're going to win tonight with those, and I've also got 2 standalone plays tonight in Major League Baseball. Of course, you mentioned, Tony, about that card this morning already going off. I say morning out here on the West Coast. I'm involved pretty heavy, actually, in the day card. And I also have 2 standalones tonight, including one of the early games and one of the West Coast games. So you can pick those up separately. In fact, the late game, since it's run up against the NFL, I made it my $15 pick tonight. So you can be in action on those commercials, cruise on over to one of those West Coast games, and I got my $15 best bet on there. So while you're watching football tonight, run out of a little action or halftime, you cruise over and catch some baseball, and you'll be in action with me there on my late game tonight at Tony'sPicks.com. And those are standalone, so they both have the Tony's guarantee on it, as all of our packages do here on the site, Tony. So will be a fun night, active night in those events, and probably look at a little NHL preseason action as well. Hope you enjoyed the game last night, even though the Kings didn't work out.
No, it didn't work out, but it was still a lot of fun to watch. The Kings are back in action again. Guys, get up over Ramon Scott over at Tony's Picks. You see the numbers, 983 units of profit in the NFL this year, documented. So Ramon over at Tony'sPicks.com does have a play up there. He has a best bet from NFL Thursday Night Football today. Also, a best bet from the college football game tonight and baseball. So 3 best bets on the board right now for Ramon Scott over at Tony's Picks. Also, he has an early evening Thursday premium pickup there for you from Major League Baseball as well. A lot of night action, 3 games here at night, but a couple of we do have a primetime one as well. So get on board here with Ramon Scott over at Tony'sPicks.com. And of course, the way Ramon's running, you may consider a longer term pass. He does have that monthly All Sports Pass. Get all of Ramon's premium plays for the month, and that includes all his plays for Major League Baseball. Remember, we got 1 week remaining here. We're down to the last 7 days of the regular season in Major League Baseball. A week from today will be, it will be a bye week, or if it's a playoff. We'll see how that rolls if a team's got to play in for a round. But anyway, we'll get the wild card round set to go Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we got postseason, and this will take you all the way, maybe right to the start of the World Series with that 1 month All Sports Pass, as well as the beginning of the NBA season, which begins here on October 18th. And Ramon was red hot in the NBA last year, top unit producer in the NBA, near 2,400 units of profit. You heard that right. There, 2,400 units of profit in the NBA, a monster postseason he had last year. Remember, we didn't start the site halfway through the NBA season. I wish we would have had a full season with the way those numbers ran. But anyway, guys, Ramon, that was part of Ramon's NBA picks there for about a good 11 days when you get that 1 month pass. All the NHL, we're about a week away, a little more than a week, less than a week away here from, a little more than a week away from the start of the NHL season. So you can get, that will also be part of that 1 month All Sports Pass. Any peripheral sports Ramon tends to get in. With all these sports overlapping, it's going to be tough to get some of those peripherals in. But if there's a little lull in October now as we end the regular season. There'll be less volume in baseball leading up to the start of NHL and NBA, so maybe he'll delve into some of those peripheral sports like, the tennis, the soccer. You just got to check out, you just got to log into the members area and check it out. But Ramon has been on fire here in the NFL, so get on board with that long-term pass, and we'll save you $66 on that 1 month All Sports Pass when you use the promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link in the description. Click the All Cappers tab and get signed up. Of course, you can use that promo code in any of the passes. It says all packages. I just did the math for you on that 1 month pass. But if you want to get a 1 year pass, a 7 day pass, or if you just want to bundle up all the best bets, you can do that. Use as much as you want the promo code TonyT at checkout to save the 20% off. Again, access Ramon's page by clicking the link in the description, and then the All Cappers tab to get signed up. All right, Ramon, it's always great having you on the show. We put together a Twitter account for you, Tony's Picks Ramon, just the picks. That's all it is, just the picks. And of course, that great morning steam show you guys air, you and Mindy together Saturdays through Thursday.
Pick up my pick at Tony's Picks Ramon right now. It's going to be in NHL preseason, so head on over there to the web to Twitter, log on, and if you're following at Tony's Picks Ramon, try to give a pick out there every day. And tonight I've got NHL preseason action tonight as my free pick. And yeah, but Mindy and I, Saturday through Thursday on the morning steam, bringing you sports picks each and every day here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. That's what you want. The focus groups have spoken, Tony, and they want picks over at the morning steam. So we'll be there all 6 days. Like I said, just take 1 day off, but going to present sports picks over there each and every day with our show, and really enjoying it.
That's right. Great show with Ramon and Mindy. Tune in. A lot of picks they basically break down the card. We're going back to the format, to what you saw today. Just forget about it. That's not how it's going to run. It's going to be all the sports as the format has always been. We'll get all the MLB, the NFL, college football in a rapid fire format. And as mentioned, we are adding features. Our editing team are going to edit a lot of these videos standalone. So if you missed the game, or if it's a late night game you forgot about it, make it easier for you to go and find the pick there on the morning steam. So tune in Saturday through Thursday at 9 a.m. each time. Big show coming up on Saturdays as they finish up the college football card, delve into some baseball and more. So check it out, the morning steam at 9 a.m. Eastern time. And of course, Tony's Picks Ramon is when we get more picks here from Ramon. He's got that NHL preseason there up for you. All right, Ramon, enjoy the day off tomorrow from the morning team. We'll be back on Game Day Picks, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
See you then, brother. Thank you.
You got it. Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Guys, we're with you here at Game Day Picks, Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications, get these best numbers. Of course, we give you the picks. You bet them. You want to get the best numbers. And that's how you can do so, is making sure you're live with us here on the show. All right, let's continue on here with a Game Day Picks. And actually, I'm going to clip this video. So let me hit the record button, because I did not give this one out on my video today, because we're gonna look at here at the NFL tonight. Here, let me get the one ready to roll. Here we go. Here on Prime, we got the Bengals here to host the Dolphins. We got the Bengals here -4. Totals moved up to 48.5. And actually, I'm going to agree here with Dominic Hughes. He was one of our commenters today up on the site, and I'm with you, brother. I'm with you on this one. I'm going to go here and go under the total. I think this line's moved too much. Under total of 48.5. Of course, you look some of the, Tua is questionable. Looks like he's going to play. And it looks like wide receiver Waddle, I read somewhere else that he's likely going to play as well. Of course, Miami really made the most of their chances, converting their 3 appearances in the red zone. The offense was pretty much ugly if you look at the numbers. And I know a lot is being made about Buffalo being on the field a lot. They were on the field for 90 plays last week. A great bend but don't break approach here, giving up 497 yards. 382 passing, but on 63 attempts here by Buffalo, and they only give up 21. They only give up 19 points. Was an impressive number there. You look at Cincinnati; they got some issues with their offense, right? Remember, they're last in the NFL in yards per play, just 4.5 yards per play, and again, they were aided by a +3 turnover margin in their win against the Jets last week. The run game didn't produce much, just 69 yards and 28 carries, so not really running the ball. So they're really asking a lot of Joe Burrow here to do everything. He can do the heavy lifting. They're giving up an average of 5 sacks a game. We know they have some issues here, but a lot is being made about the Dolphins being on the field a lot. And I'm going to tell you one thing here. I really truly believe Miami is going to try and shorten this game. A lot of running plays, a lot of safe passes here. Move the clock, eat clock. Don't play a whole lot of defense tonight. That's why I like the under this way, because I do believe, and actually I wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals take that strategy too. We see that a lot as we get deeper in the season with these Thursday night games. And the players a lot of times complain, we're feeling a little sore. They don't feel at 100%. And as you get deeper in the season, I think you've got to be careful here to try to shorten these games and not try to expose your defense and try to limit plays. That's why I think you'll see a lot of clock running. You'll see Tua looking at the coaches. You'll see the clock run down near 0. So I truly expect Miami to try to play a less defense in this game, and doing so, you'll see a lot of, just ball control. I wouldn't be surprised if Cincinnati does the same thing too, because you don't want injuries. These guys are vulnerable for injuries when you're sore. And they just come off a week of football on Sunday. You come back Thursday. We're now getting deeper into the season, and of course, injuries start to tail up. Players start to feel sore. There may be some aches and pains. Guys in the trainer's room trying to get ready. Coaches see all this, say, "Hey, we don't want these guys playing too much defense tonight. So let's try to shorten this game. Let's get the first downs. Let's let the clock tick down. Let's take it down to less than 5 seconds on each snap. We don't want to play fast. Last thing we want is we don't want our defense on the field." So I'm going to go under the total here of 48.5. with this one here between the Dolphins and Bengals. Hey guys, check out Tony'sPicks.com right now. I've got my best bets here from the NFL game, as well as Major League Baseball. Also, my long-term passes. You get on board with my 3, 7, or 30 sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that time for you to select. When you go to my handicapper page and you make that purchase, remember that promo code TonyT at checkout, and that's going to go ahead and save you 20% off. You can access my page by clicking the link in the description. Then click the All Cappers tab. And of course, you guys want to get signed up there over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, let's continue on here with the show. I want to go ahead and share some of the comments. We're getting some really good comments on the show today. And our man Dominic Hughes, I'm with you, brother. Dolphins game under. I'm with you 100% there. Appreciate the shout out by AOD. Like your comments there. You also give us great comments if you check out the videos. And of course, our man Bax. We've got to play here from Bax. We call him here Bax Gym 500. South Carolina State plus 24. He likes South Carolina State plus 39.5. So I think he's looking to play a couple of them. He also likes BYU to absolutely pound Utah State, lay the 24. So there's our man Bax Gym at 24. Let me see if I got some more comments coming in. And we didn't get money. Sorry, we didn't get MLB today. And I have a lot of videos up there right now from MLB. And I think today we've got, I apologize. First off, I want to apologize to you guys. We didn't get the rundown today. If you happen to catch the morning steam, it was just a communication gaffe between my general manager and it was no reflection on Ramon and Mindy. It was just a communication gaffe because I said our video, we have editors that are going to edit the videos, so guys can go back and watch each. If you want to see the whole show, you can. You can watch just the segments, but you can actually watch every individual game they cover. And there was a little bit of gaffe there with the communication to them. It's going back to the original format. MLB will be covered in thorough with the Ramon and all the sports. That's the way it was before. So we're just going to clip the videos and have individual videos there. So again, like I said, if you watch a game and here comes the late night games, you forgot who they're on, we can make it easy for you guys to go back there and watch their picks there. Or if you want to put them all together in just a playlist, you can do that as well. So you can check out Tony'sPicks.com and we'll have those picks for you up there as well. So we'll get you MLB coverage. If you want to see money for the videos, I did the entire card for Major League Baseball that is up right now in video format. I did the whole game up, all the rest of the games up there. I did all the games this morning, all the games for tonight in prime time. So check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com and watch the video, and you'll get all my MLB for today's action. All right, let's continue on here. Appreciate the comment there from C Money, and yes, we'll get the format back the way it was over on the morning steam. All right, let's continue on here with the show. It is now time for our recap, and we'll put that up for you right now. Let's see if we can get the recap here. Here we go with the recap for today's show. We got to start off with Mindy. Mindy like Utah State and BYU to go under total here of 60.5. And I will look here to see where the number is right now. So it's 60. There's a lot of 60 still in the marketplace. We're also seeing some 60.5s here. Seeing 60.5s in the some of these sharp books offshore. And some of the Vegas properties have 60.5. So you can find 60.5. Matter of fact, your two online sports books, your two name brands, they're at 60.5. A lot of there's still offshores at 60, but you can definitely shop and get 60.5. So make sure you get the best number there. As I'm seeing some regional U.S. sports books at 60 and the two name brands at 60.5. We went to Ramon here, South Carolina State and South Carolina over 57. Let's see where that sits right now. And we are seeing actually some 56.5s. Some of the sharp books there in offshore land, as well as the really sharp books in Vegas are at 56.5. You can find actually a 56 at one of the sharper books in Vegas, and this book also has an app in some of the regional around U.S. regionals. So a 56 is out there to be found. I see some 57 still up there. I see a 56 here at another regional U.S. sports book. The two name brands here, the two name brands in the U.S. marketplace, I see a 57, I see a 56.5. So do your shopping. You can find 56 and 56.5 to get a better number there on that one. My pick here, Dolphins, Bengals under 48.5. Let's see what's going on with this one here. Okay, this one, they're seeing 48.5 in the two sharp books. The sharp books on offshore and in Vegas are at 48.5. All three of the sharp books are at 48.5. And you're not going to see too many. I don't see a 49 anywhere. So there's really no 49s anywhere to be seen. So 48.5 is the going number everywhere pretty much. So I don't even see a 48 anywhere. So it looks that way. 48.5 is the going number. All right, guys, that'll do it for this edition here of Game Day Picks. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow live at 3 Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers here from Tony's Picks. They'll give out live free picks for today's action. As always, guys, reminder, make sure you subscribe to our channel and set notifications so you're live with us. So when we give you the picks, you get the best numbers. Or as we get into the playoff action in baseball coming in a week or so, you get the game, right? Because we may be giving you games that are going off in minutes. So make sure you set notifications for us. So with our start time at 3 Eastern Time, there's a good chance that some of these games will be starting shortly. So that's why it's important that you guys set those notifications. All right, let's go. We're going to let you guys go. You guys have yourself a great evening. Let's bring in our crew from tonight. We're going to wait. But you guys make sure to make it a winning night. We'll talk with you guys again tomorrow here on Game Day.